Justice with Judge Mablean will be life, because in everything we do, it involves the law.
You came to court to testify about what you heard, what you saw, and what you know.
She's fair.
I don't have a hearing problem. This ear works good. This one works even better.
She's firm.
I'm not responsible for that ticket, and I'm not going to pay for it.
Who says you're not going to pay for it? I make that decision, not you.
She's honest.
What you have to say?
All I have to
Nothing.
say.
This is Justice with Judge Mablean. Lana Richardson is suing her former employer, David Lawrence, in the amount of $6,000. She says she was unfairly fired by the defendant when her boyfriend used her personal account to post insensitive material online.
Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Mablean presiding. All parties are sworn in, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may be seated. The matter of Lana Richardson versus David Lawrence, suing him for $6,000. You say unlawful termination?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Let me hear from you.
Your Honor, I've been working for Mr. Lawrence for 2 years. I'm the director of his public relations department. And while my boyfriend and I were in Africa on vacation, he made a tweet through my personal account, and I've been let go from my position because of that tweet. But I didn't make the tweet, and it was on my personal account, and he didn't follow our guideline that says that termination within 30 days, he would owe me the money.
Okay, what was the tweet?
The tweet says, in West Africa, I hope I don't get Ebola. Just kidding, I'm not black, LOL. But it's something I would never ever say, and it was my boyfriend who tweeted it from my phone.
From your phone on your account?
Correct.
And he knew your position?
That's correct.
Mm-hmm. That's him sitting there?
That's correct.
I'll get back to him. What about Mr. Lawrence? Let me hear from you.
Well, I have an internet marketing company where people come to me to get their information and website into the media, so that I'm the channel that gets things viral, or you come to me, whatever ideas you have, I'll throw them up on people's websites, stuff like that.
Okay, marketing and advertising by internet.
Yes.
Okay, and she was your public relations director?
She was, yes.
And so when you saw this tweet, how did you see it if it was from her personal account?
I follow all my employees and make sure they act on behalf of a company, our company.
And what was so bad about what was said? In West Africa, hope I don't get Ebola. Oops, I'm not black.
Yeah, that's a little racial if you ask me, Your Honor.
I think it is. I think it is. Do you have anything in your contract that says what her behavior should be? Or conduct unbecoming, or anything to that effect?
I don't have anything that she has signed. That we just have an agreement that she has that says how I terminate her or whatnot.
Let me see a copy of your contract. So you had an employment contract?
Yes. Yeah. And Your Honor, if you look down...
No, I don't want you... I can read very well. I don't need you to interpret anything for me on contracts. I hate when people try to interpret. I like to read contracts. Let me ask you something. Why did you feel that it was racist, and why did you feel the need to terminate?
You know, things you do in your personal life, if they get to the public, can be detrimental to a business or even your reputation. So acting upon it, that's the immediately thought that I got when I read it. So the first thing I did was I fired her. I don't need...
But it wasn't me.
I wanted him to... It's on your account under your name.
Yeah.
You're the face of the company for public relations, right?
Correct.
So when they see this on your page, how do they know that he wrote it and not you?
They don't.
Oh, how does anybody know that he wrote it and not you?
They don't, but Chris has tried to get in contact with Mr. Lawrence to apologize and to let him know that it wasn't him.
But he's your boyfriend. Why are you going to hang out with somebody like that anyway?
Your Honor, let me tell you how he contacted me.
How?
This guy calls me, leaves a message, a sincere message. I actually was thinking about having her hire back and apologizing and going on with it, but right before he hung up, it sounded like I heard a fart. So I don't know if he did that on purpose. I don't know if he wants to keep joking about it, or I don't know what this guy is, a big clown. He needs to be behind a stage or a camera doing comedy, something, but he shouldn't be doing this, especially when it has my reputation behind it. That's all I'm saying.
So why did you allow him to use your phone and tweet?
I didn't know that he tweeted on my account.
You never saw that tweet?
I didn't see the tweet. He asked if he could use my phone because he wanted to send some pictures to a friend, and we're traveling, and I let him use my phone.
And he didn't have a phone?
I don't know why he didn't have his phone.
Well, maybe I'll ask him. Get on up here. And if you think I'm perturbed, you're right. And I'm not going to try to hide it. I don't like for people to be so insensitive and then later say, oops, I didn't mean it. Bunch of bull, you meant it. What's your name?
Chris.
Chris what?
Chris Graham.
Now, Mr. Graham, did you tweet that statement on your girlfriend's account?
Yes, I did.
Why you use her account?
It was a practical joke.
Why is that a joke?
Well, I thought it would get her in. I didn't think it would get her fired from her job.
I ain't talking about fired. Why is that statement a joke? People are dying from Ebola. Why is it a joke?
It's so absurd. Why would anyone say that? Of course, we're in Africa helping with the Ebola crisis. Why would...
You weren't helping with no crisis. You were vacationing.
Well...
Stop lying.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Mablean.
You know that you know better, and you know that was not a joke. You thought it was funny. What's so...
You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Lana Richardson, who is suing David Lawrence for wrongful termination.
So why do you think that's a joke, Mr. Graham? Give me your reasoning and analysis.
It's sarcastic. It's supposed to be absurd. That's all I can say. And we did delete it immediately. I called and apologized.
You know good and doggone well just because you delete immediately the minute you push send, it's all over the world. And you know it. And you know that you know better, and you know that was not a joke. You thought it was funny. What's so funny about I'm in West Africa and I hope I don't get Ebola? Oops, I'm not black, because only black people get Ebola?
No, well, that's the joke, but that's so absurd. Of course it's not true. And I was going to say AIDS.
Your Honor, he doesn't even know how to be quick.
Ms. Robinson, what do you see socially redeeming about this man that you put up with that madness? What's your problem? You seem like an intelligent woman, but when it comes down to him...
He loves me.
I used to.
You need to sit down.
Your Honor, I've been contemplating breaking up with him for about a month and a half, and I thought, well, maybe I'll wait a little longer, and then I found out that I'm pregnant. And so
And now you have to have a child, gonna have a child by him? Do you share in his thoughts, and do you think that was a joke and it's funny?
No.
Do you think that was something funny or that you could talk about?
He used to be funny when we were dating, when we were first together, and we were always laughing, but he wasn't, I don't know, he didn't have this kind of personality with this kind of humor, or he used to save it for his guy friends or something because he wasn't, I don't know, he knows I don't like this kind of talk. He knows it gets me upset, and I think that that's what he wanted to do, was kind of like give me a little jab in the side, upset me, and then think it's funny. And it's not. And now I'm stuck with you and a baby, and I really need this money, Your Honor. I mean,
that's a wonderful attitude.
Right in our clause, it says that if he's going to terminate me, he has to give me 30 days written notice, which he did not do. You didn't give me any notice, and you're not holding up your end of the contract. It says right in it that you have to pay me for those 30 days.
You put that on me. I know you didn't do it. I'm sorry, but you know what? When it's a direct reflection on my company, I have to act on it, and that's just the way it goes. I don't have to give you 30 days to terminate you when you act racial.
But it wasn't me acting racial, and it says it right in our contract. You owe me the $6,000.
Well, it says terminate. This agreement may be terminated with cause by either party upon 30-day written notice. But under California law, for cause, you can be terminated without notice. You are required to. So what is he supposed to do? Give you 30 days written notice that he's going to terminate you, let you stay on his job, and cause him more harm? But you gave her a contract that says termination for cause shall be within 30 days written notice, and you're not required on 30 days written notice when you're terminating for cause. You can terminate immediately when you're doing it for cause.
I thought so, especially on the racist
but you gave her a contract that said for cause, you would give her 30 days written notice. So you had the obligation to give her the 30 days written notice, but you could say, I'm not requiring you to work, and I'll just pay you for your last month of employment, your last month of work, and you're out of here.
It seems like they just want to sue me for this money to pay for their West African trip that they're supposed to do.
No, I paid for that trip a long time ago.
That's not suing you for
reimbursement, whatever.
It's not.
That's not suing you for the money to pay for the trip. You clearly state, because when I read the case and the facts, I was like, well, for cause, he can terminate her without giving her any 30 days written notice. And I was immediately ready to do that. But now here's a written contract from you that says otherwise, that for cause, you're going to give 30 days written notice, you tied your own hands.
Could I look at that contract again?
Sure, read it again.
Should have read it the first time.
You should have said what you said.
Can you take this out of evidence in any way?
No.
That's cute. No, we can't do that. I order you to pay her the $6,000.
You don't have to.
What?
You don't have to give her the whole thing.
Yeah, I did.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $6,000.
It's unfortunate that I have to pay you, but because the judge ordered it, I will.
This was a hard lesson for me, and this relationship's over.
Coming up.
I threw the closest thing to me, which is his beer bottle. So as he's walking out the door, I throw it, he ducks, and it hits the window. That's his fault. He should have got hit by it.
Justice with Judge Mablean. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. Candace Alexander is suing the mother of her boyfriend's son, Keisha Clark, in the amount of $450. She says the defendant threw a bottle at her car window and needs to pay for the damages.
In the matter of Candace Alexander versus Keisha Clark, you're suing for $450 for damage to your car window?
Yes, ma'am.
The cost of replacing that window. Tell me what happened.
Okay. I have been dating Daryl here for about 2 years, and ever since we've been dating, his baby's mom has been a thorn in our side. They have a 3-year-old son together, little DJ, love him to death, but she just will not get the picture that me and him are together now and that she can't have him. So I log on to my social media and I see a picture that's not me. See, I'm cute. I know what I look like when I look on the internet. I know what I look like. It's a picture of these two on my social media.
On your page?
On my page. That I didn't do. So she had to have hacked my page, trying to be petty.
So on your social media page appeared a picture of Daryl Boozer and Miss Clark, and you believe that she put it on there?
Yes, I believe that she did it.
With no proof whatsoever?
I have no proof, no. But, so I sent him over there. We both share my car. So I sent him over there. I told him that he needed to handle it or that I would, and that she didn't want these problems. So he went over there, time elapsed, however, and he calls me. He says, your window's busted out. I asked him how it happened. He said that she threw a beer bottle at him while he was on his way to the car, and it broke my passenger side front window. So at this point, I'm not happy about it. I'm livid. So I told him to bring her to the house because I was going to handle it then.
So you ready to fight and go to jail?
Yes, Your Honor. I was ready to go to jail in the moment. But he didn't bring her. He didn't bring her.
Good. I'm glad somebody had good sense.
Somebody had some sense because I had lost it. But so he came by himself, so I was like, okay, whatever. You know, I'm going to be the bigger person. I'm going to be the adult in the situation, so I'm going to file a suit. And I went and got my window fixed, and it was pointless for me to try to get my insurance to do it because the deductible was actually, you know,
more
less
than the $450.
Yeah. So that's what I'm suing here.
So let me see the proof of the window repairs. And before I get to Mr. Boozer, I'm going to hear from Miss Clark because I know there's another side to this story.
Of course.
Ooh, that window's cracked pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You cracked this window?
Okay, so let me tell you my side. Pretty much, Candace and Daryl have been seeing each other for a little bit. We were together for 5 years before we had our son. So she's been in the picture this whole time that we were dating. She was in the picture.
So Daryl had both of you bamboozled.
Pretty much.
So why is she the problem?
She's the problem because she's always starting stuff. She thinks it's me and it's actually her. As far as
what do you mean it's her?
As far as the social media, I don't need to do that. Who are you? I don't need to be all up in your business. You are nobody to me.
Coming up.
I throw it, he ducks, and it hits the window. That's his fault. He should have got hit by it.
You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Candace Alexander, who is suing Keisha Clark for property damage.
Let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
Let me tell you what happened. So he comes over my house talking about the whole social media thing. He starts laughing. I don't know what he's laughing at. So he tells me, he's like, oh yeah, you know, I know you changed Candace's picture. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. He shows me the picture. I start laughing. I'm like, no, I know that was you. So he's like, nah. We start reminiscing about everything that was going on. So he starts kissing me. So I told him.
And you didn't kiss back?
Well, Yeah, I did
So
kiss
then
back.
say we started kissing.
Well, okay, so we started kissing, but at that moment I was like, I'm not gonna be with you until you dump that scallywag. So we started arguing at that moment. I don't know how we started arguing, but it got heated.
In the middle of kissing or after the kiss?
After the kiss. Because I had told him that I wasn't gonna be with him.
So you realized he had tricked you into kissing him?
Pretty much. He's kind of smooth.
Yeah. Sounds like it. So now you're into kissing him, and then you suddenly realize, why am I doing this?
Pretty much.
He's with someone else, and then you start arguing.
Yes. So it got heated. He broke a vase. He threw a vase at me. I'm like, oh, heck no. Like, I'm not going to let you just come up in my house and do whatever. So I threw the closest thing to me, which is his beer bottle. So as he's walking out the door, I throw it. He ducks, and it hits the window. That's his fault. He should have got hit by it.
So how close was this car to the front door?
We were walking, as we were arguing, he was walking towards the front door. So he throws it, it walks out.
So he threw the vase, opened the front door, stepped out, you picked up the beer bottle, threw it, he dug, you hit the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, Mr. Boozer, your turn.
Come on up here.
The boozer was boozing up with the beer bottles.
All right, now, Your Honor.
So are you a boozer like your name?
No, ma'am.
Please.
So smooth one, tell me what's going on.
All right, Your Honor, as you can see,
Got these
what I
two
go
women
through,
fighting over you.
It's crazy. I love my girl Candace right here to death, you know what I'm saying? But I love Keisha too because she got my child. And all
So
this
now
drama-
I'm in love with two women, what do I do?
No, I'm not in love with her. I have love for her just because of my child.
You told me
Okay,
that
so
the
you
other time
have
that you
love for
loved me.
her as your baby
she
mama.
She
Wow,
lying.
really?
She lying.
Just wait.
Uh-oh, what
Really?
just went down right there?
Judge Mablean's verdict when Justice with Judge Mablean returns. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
This is
Really?
foolishness. Just a bunch of foolishness. Neither one of you have $450 to waste, to give away. You have a child to take care of. $450 could have gone for food, clothing, for some trips to some amusement parks and to the museums, or something educational, for some toys, anything. But now you got $450 out of your pocket, and she's the only one working, and you over there messing around with her, causing all of that foolishness. I don't know, but you broke the window.
He should have got hit.
Right. And
And
so
he-
since he
and-
did get hit, I got to let you get hit. I'm going to hit you with $450. Pay for the window.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $450.
You can have Daryl. I just want him to take care of his child, and I'm done with it.
You can have your baby's dad.
This has been a production of